One of the things that comes to mind when I think of Britni was the night that I got my convertible. And we were so excited. We were 18, having a great time, loving life. We decided we were going to cruise down Sunrise Boulevard because that was the place that you went to cruise down if you were the cool kids. And we were thinking we were pretty cool in the convertibles. I remember Girls Just Want to Have Fun came on the radio, and we thought that we were so cool in my convertible, dancing and singing to Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Hello, my name is Sarah Hughes, and I'd like to tell you about my beautiful best friend, Britni Allison Berner. We met in grade school and were like sisters from that point on. Britni was a cheerleader in junior high and on the dance team in high school. After high school, Britni was hired at a local country club while at the same time completing her BA in Communications and MS in Educational Counseling. Britni was set to embark on her new career when she was diagnosed with stage 1B2 adenosquamous cervical cancer on September 2nd, 2011, at the age of 26. Tragically, she lost her life to this disease just 10 months later. Britni had never missed a Pap test appointment, never had an abnormal Pap cervical cancer screening result, and had had all 3 doses of the Gardasil HPV vaccine by the age of 26. She did everything the medical community tells young women under 30 to do to protect themselves from cervical cancer. But what Britni didn't know is that there is a type of cervical cancer that has been on the rise for the past 30 years that predominantly affects young women and can go undetected by a Pap test. Britni was never tested for HPV. She never knew if she was positive for any of the high-risk types of HPV, even though this type of test was available and could have been run on the same sample collected for her Pap test. Britni knew something was wrong. She was having what we now know were symptoms of cervical cancer, but they were attributed to other factors and not followed up on by her gynecologist because of her young age. She went to her gynecologist several times during the year prior to her diagnosis, and the tests were always negative. Recently, the FDA approved an HPV test that could be used in front of the Pap, starting at age 25. A number of medical societies have accepted this test as a safe alternative. In Britni's case, this type of screening may have saved her life. Her Pap test 10 months prior to her diagnosis was normal, and yet cervical cancer progressed. Britni went through surgery, radiation, and chemotherapy, and despite her ongoing rigorous treatment, the cancer persisted. She died 10 months after her diagnosis on July 19, 2012, a month and a half after her 27th birthday. Cervical cancer is a preventable disease, and especially for young women like Britni, we need to get better about using all the prevention tools available. Today, there is an FDA-approved HPV test for women starting at the age of 25 that could have potentially identified Britni earlier as at risk for cervical cancer. If Britni had had an HPV test as part of her regular screening program, I believe she might still be alive today.